My mother's watching her favorite movie, Forever First Love. So she might wait till it's over before screaming for her phone, but you never know. Plus this might not record. This is a thing that I'm only going to record if I don't really care. It's not important to me that it doesn't record, and I won't care. And I'm at least going to have it on here. Because it just matters what I say to me. And I lost on this I wasted a whole friggin' 29 minutes on a video that not only didn't record, but the whole entire USB camera memory card went kaplooey and all the things were gone. All of them. And then Microsoft Windows was like, we got everything back. I did a cleaning of it. It didn't. It deleted some. And then it got one back, and then the rest still wouldn't open. It says window media can't play, blah, blah, whatever. So it's no good. It has the X on the camera. And it says, so that's an indication of it corrupted. But then my other camera that's a new, way newer, much newer USB camera memory card, the other day it just decided to not record 3 of my videos, and they disappeared. And I used something called I don't know what I used, but I tried drill something, I tried something spell or stell or whatever. They got nothing back. They were just bringing back stuff I didn't give a crap about that I had personally deleted or whatever. But this one place got back something that I never thought I'd see again, but it didn't get back the other 2. And I learned my lesson. I have to just record one and then upload it and not do in a row, because I guess that day I did it in a row, even though it had plenty of room on the camera memory card and it was fully charged. They're fickle. These cards are so fickle, and stuff just gets lost, and I just have to prepare for that. But the other day on my floor that is missing all that flooring, because we had to rip it up for to get the dishwasher out and to put the new dishwasher in, which didn't happen yet because of all her medical appointments and whatnot. I dropped a whole thing of cranberry juice that's in a plastic container. At least it wasn't the glass. Cap broke off, went everywhere. I had to rip up everything and rip up all the insulation. I had to try to rip up some of the boards myself, take them out, and move all the refrigerator. And then I'm like, I'm gonna clean the refrigerator. I spent like 5 hours doing that, cleaning the refrigerator, and all of that time our food was left out, so we did not follow the 2-hour perishable food rule. So, and this was a couple of days ago, and we're still kicking, me and my mom. So I don't know. I made the hamburger that was out for 5 hours, but it had been thawing in 37-degree temperature in the fridge, and it wasn't even quite thawed. But yogurt, we had just done a food delivery, so that sat out for hours. And risking it. I've eaten it, she's eaten it. I personally think that 2-hour thing is too strict, but if you read online, there's, like, especially on Reddit or something, if you punch in the 2-hour thing's too strict, other people say the same thing, and you take your chances, though, of course. We take our chances with everything in this life. Every time we walk out of the house, something could happen to us, and not necessarily death. It could be something that, And while I was moving the plastic mat, I've stepped on a nail. But while I was, before that, I was trying to move the plastic mat, and it cut me, but it was like it didn't bleed or anything. I thought it was alright, but now it's hurting me, and now it's probably infected. I'm not going on antibiotics. I don't want to. I think we're too quick to use antibiotics. Although my mom wrapped a stupid, wanted to keep her ring on, and she had the brilliant, in quotations, idea of wrapping around it tightly one of those homemade bracelets, and then a week and a half to 2 weeks later, she's complaining her finger's hurting her, and it looked awful. She could have lost her finger. She had to go to antibiotics. But this is Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar with the mother that I soak in the tub sometimes, although it makes it so slippery that it's scary. I'm trying to be so careful, because one wrong move, and you don't have to be elderly, and you could be dead, or you could be seriously injured. Former, not the front man, but the longtime bassist, founding member of Train, the group that was very popular in my day, decades ago. Train had he died, fell in the shower and died. And we don't know what he was doing, being non-careful, or we don't know if he was under the influence or what, but he died. He died, and he was in his 50s. He was my age or younger, and in his 50s, and he died. And we can't ask him what happened because he's dead. Speaking of death, rest in peace, Shannon Doherty. And I just found out by World News Tonight last night that Dr. Ruth, who was, I believe, very, very old, I don't know how old, but old, died. And so did Richard Simmons, and he was making a comeback. He fell. That was what I warned my mom about, falling. He fell and he ended up dead. They said of natural causes, but that's weird too. He died. I don't understand. He was like my mom's age or something, give or take. And he was coming back from being a recluse for years, and he's dead. He died this past weekend. So we not only had a history-making event take place, will go down in our history books in a negative manner. We also had 3 extremely famous people in show business die. And 3 famous people die. Shannon Doherty, who after a decade-long battle with cancer, she knew she was going to die. She was even planning her own funeral. She knew she was going to die soon. She tried to get rid of her cancer. Maybe it was in remission for a while, but like happens to a lot of people, it came back. She went that whole route that Joe and I already vowed over a decade ago. When I visited him in 2013, we would never do. And so you have those 3. Richard Simmons, who's coming out of hiding, only to end up dead, because that is the nature of life. Shannon Doherty and Dr. I don't want to go on antibiotics, so this does have redness, but this is potent stuff here. I'm gonna try to get rid of this if it is mild infection on my own. And then if it doesn't go away or gets worse and gets pussy, then I will get my ass to the urgent care and have to go on antibiotics. My mom's looked awful. It had some, we didn't know because she took her showers with it, even the occupational therapist. My mom said, I haven't taken that off. You don't have to. I have no idea. It's if someone doesn't complain and you can't see what's going on under there, she did that to herself. Did it? So I printed out the thing for free, return my Ghost 15 from Brooks that I didn't even have to try them out, but they give 90 days. I found out OrthoFeet gives 60 days trial run, but most places you can't. Most places where you buy sneaker shoes, you just try them in the house and you can't tell. I thought I loved my Glycerin 21 sneakers. And I'm having injuries, top of my foot injuries on both feet. That's a warning sign that as much as I might love these sneakers, they're not addressing my other problems. They're highly recommended on different websites for supinators, people who walk outward, like I've always done. But most people who pronate walk inward. It's called overpronation, and I underpronation or supination, and that's rare. And I believe I also have high arches. I need to get my gait analyzed, and I found a place that will do it for free. I'm not happy because I loved these sneakers at first and they cost $160. Thank God they have a 90-day test run, so because they recognize that walking around your house just doesn't cut it. And, I guess it all comes out in the wash because they do it and they don't go out of business. Brooks. I never knew about them, that they give this 90-day test run. They won't have to worry. They can immediately resell the Brooks 15 Ghost because I didn't even walk them. I tried them on and didn't even walk around them in here. And I could already tell the toe box wasn't big enough because I've always worn New Balance, and even though the New Balance I wore Stability that were designed for, they might be good even though technically they're geared towards people who walk inward because that's the majority of people who pronate. They might have been good for me in other ways, and the Glycerin 21s aren't stable enough, even though they're cushioned as all hell and like walking on clouds. Maybe they're too cushioned and they're not keeping my feet stable enough. I really don't know what the deal is. I just know it sucks. I wore my 1540 V3 Volt New Balance for a long time, and they were fine. And they might not have been a cushion as these Glycerin 21s, and they might not be designed specifically or technically for people who walk outward supination. However, it could be that they just keep your foot rigid and they're good for both. And because they didn't cause me injuries. I'm not happy. I'll be even less happy. But we're getting our dishwasher finally. It would have been done already. We had to postpone it because she had so many medical appointments. And then the VNA occupational therapist was coming for the last time to help me, supervise me, give my mom her shower. And this week, from now on, I have to give my mom a shower all by myself. I'm not looking forward to that. But the occupational therapist changed the time she was coming at the last minute, so I had to reschedule the dishwasher, and they couldn't come for 2 weeks. It's just as well. My mom was upset about that. Look at you upset. I do everything around here. Well, I have to look at all these dishes. I know I'm trying to keep up, Mom. And then your friend was down all day and you used extra double dishes and, and so I rested my foot, my left foot on the top, which they say is some kind of tendon thing. Could be arthritis too. I'm getting too old for this shit. And especially with what happened Saturday, we need to get the fuck out of here, and we need to do it within the next few months. Like before, I think we need to get the fuck out of here before November. But I emailed the realtor I want to use, who I met when she was selling another person's house in my neighborhood, and she didn't get back to me. Guess she wants to be called, not emailed. Maybe she gets thousands of emails and they get lost in the shuffle. So a new song played on Music Choice Rock, I still listen to from time to time. A lot of new songs on Music Choice Rock. Sometimes I stop listening to it for whatever reason. Sometimes it just keeps playing the same songs over and over. But lately there's been new ones that I don't know the band and I don't know the song. In this instance, I know the band. It's not a band, it's Jelly Roll. And I know it's a musician, not a band. And I know the song, I don't know the song, I know the band, Falling in Reverse. And he doesn't do country, but he decided to do country because he's a brilliant, genius artist and he could do anything. And I have on my MP3 player songs of his I sing out loud, Voices in My Head and Popular Monster and Zombified and Watch the World Burn. I have actually, it was Watch Me Burn, and right after that, Watch the World Burn from Falling Reverse comes on. I like when my songs go in a row. Then the two I like and want to listen to, and then I have to stop to change them. But in this instance, I went for a walk for a few miles and came home and I was in pain again. Not happy camper. trying to learn their new song, collaboration song, or it's featuring Jelly Roll. I think Falling Reverse is who wrote it, and he just had Jelly Roll be a part of it, sing part of it. I think it wasn't a collaboration song. I think Falling Reverse wrote it. But in any case, I like it. I can't sing a lot of songs. I can sing this song. Doesn't mean I'm singing it well, but a lot of times I can't sing at all. So this is an easy song. And I spent 4 miles, give or take, just listening to that song yesterday in the heat in like almost 90-degree weather. And I went out late too, and singing it and learning it, which I'm going to sing it right now. But again, this might not record. When they didn't fix my disc, they said it's all ready, it's all repaired, and it wasn't. It was still not playing any of the stuff. It played 1, and that was all. The rest didn't play. So when I do this, I'm taking my chances that it won't record at all. But I have to grab opportunities, like when she's watching Forever First Love, because then she's going to want to make phone calls or what's in the radio loud, and then I won't be able to do this. And Forever First Love, she loves it. She always tells, she told all the V&A people, including the guy, I can't keep my mom. I found out after the fact because I wasn't home that day, but like I joked to female ones that we talk about bathroom troubles and stuck, you know what, and I ordered native fiber. I didn't think stuck is constipation, but apparently it's a form of constipation, and my mom and I both have that problem, so we're both going to start taking this natural supplement that I received as a advertisement from a natural person that I've ordered from before. Other stuff, I don't know what, but, and it's called Native Fiber. And Metamucil and all that stuff's not good. This is good for you stuff. It's an African fruit that apparently has soluble and insoluble fiber, which is what we need. And it actually said in the thing, it said about stuck, you know what. And that's not fun. My mom has that, I have that, and apparently it is a form of constipation. So we're going to try, me and my mom both. I ordered 3 jars of this. I got a discount on it. If I'd ordered 6 jars, which I'm not going to do, because even though they say, well, you can return the unopened things within, I don't care. If it's too expensive, I'm not doing it. I'd rather just start with 3. And I would have added on 1 more for $22, but my bank has a fraud alert thing, and it wouldn't let me add on the 1. I'm lucky it did the 3. So there you go. You only have that 1 chance. It says, do you want to do this? Do you want to add on this for low discount? Just 1, because if you don't want to invest in 3, I would have. It didn't let me, so I settled just for the 3. And technically we have 2 different credit cards, so if we really like it, we could order it under my mother's. We did it under my credit card for 3. We can go and order it under my mom's, and it'll be considered a whole new order. They don't know she's my mom. For all they know, she's my roommate. So there you go. I didn't need to order an extra one, but it would have been cheaper than even the $30. They were going to give it to me for $22. I don't like when companies do that anyway. Instead of letting you close out, they're like, do you want to do this? Do you want to add on this product or that product we have just for this low discount? We'll never see this again. You have to click, no, I don't like that. But I would have done the 1 extra. Then it would have given us 2 each instead of, but that's all right. I'm soaking this the entire time in this very potent. There are people who swear, in my world, you know, my natural world, swear by apple cider vinegar that it can work wonders. I don't know about that. This is still hurting me from Sunday, and today's Tuesday, so that tells me there might be a little infection going on, because when it happened, and that's dirty under there, I didn't wash my finger. That was dumb. I do dumb things sometimes, right? But I'm trying to survive the best I can. I'm running this household completely on my own. Not only that, with her constantly whining about everything. Then she wants to pretend she doesn't have problems that require, you know, me to throw garbage away constantly. And then she freaks out if I accidentally, because I'm human, leave the small garbage can in the bathroom. I leave it out there when I'm dumping it in the big bin, big garbage thing. You know, so Yeah, I've been high and low, I've been sober, I've been faded, searching for my love in all the wrong places. Word up on the streets is I got a bad reputation. Yeah, I may have drew blood, but that was true love. Get a stroke of bad luck everywhere I look. Every time I go right, everything goes wrong. And it's self-destruct when I'm close to love. So someone save my soul, because all my life I've fucked up and I can't deny. I'm doing my best to get it together, together, together. Whoa, whoa, I told you once, I told you a million times. I just can't live like this forever, ever, ever. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I've been up and down, I've been through hell and back. I've had my share of drama, baby, please cut me some slack. I know you wanna get through to me, but I am my worst enemy, yeah. I may have drew blood, but that was true love. Get a stroke of bad luck everywhere I look. Every time I go right, everything goes wrong. And it's self-destruct when I'm close to love. Better buckle down, giddy up, here we go. 'Cause all my life I've fucked up and I can't deny. I'm doing my best to get it together, together, together. Whoa, whoa, I told you once, I told you a million times. I just can't live like this forever, ever, ever. Whoa, whoa. Forever, ever, whoa, whoa, go, giddy up, yeah. This part isn't even on music choice. It is when I sing it, though. I don't care. I don't have the greatest voice. So my mom doesn't care. She doesn't have the greatest voice. We share that in common. We love to sing. We love to sing out loud. And I actually, my purple shorts were washed. I washed them, so I went out in those two blue shorts that I got at Walmart for $7. And they're not really, I don't think they're even shorter than the purple shorts, but they are a little slightly tighter. I'm keeping them, but I didn't feel super comfortable walking in them. But I needed to leave. Don't even know. Again, just might not even record. What else is going on? Oh, VNA is all ending except for physical therapy. That always goes longer anyway. My mom's in a walker. She's, has to use a walker. And I'm thinking probably for the rest of her life she doesn't want to feel that way, but you have to accept reality. It's just like the peeing thing, you have to accept reality. I want dignity. Mom, I don't play that, neither does Joe. We don't play that 2 + 2 = 5, or black is white, or whatever, okay? Lots of people much younger than you have these problems. I'm trying to address them as best I'm able to. I'm doing everything. I'm running this fucking household on my own. Still trying to find the tiniest bit of time for myself. Oh, well, she's constantly complaining about things that I can't do anything about. I cannot change her situation. I can feel bad for her, but if I feel too bad, I'm the type that I'll become immobilized and I'll end up in the hospital. So I have to balance it. When she cries and whines, I'm sorry this is happening. I'm sorry you have to use the walker. I'm sorry you can't get to the bathroom on time. It's reality. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I'm trying to get us to Joe's, though. We need to sell this place and get the fuck out of here. I'm too old for this. I'm too old to be having to walk everywhere. I've got these injuries. I need to find better sneakers. It's not that I'm buying cheap sneakers. They're $160. I have to return them. The Brooks 15 they have a 16 now, and I tried the 15s. They were on discount for $100. Have to return them. I have to return them $160. I have to get to a running store. I have to have sneakers. I have to be able to get out of this house. I stayed here for 4 days, and I went out of my fucking mind crazy. She won't stop screaming for me from other parts of the house when I can't hear her because she barely talks above a whisper. And I don't want her to be screaming for me ever anyway. She was screaming for me yesterday when I was talking to Vitacost about complaining about those stupid chicken cans. There were more that didn't open, and then the ones that I replaced with the ones that Wild Planet. They're expensive, they're organic. I will not tolerate that. I will tolerate receiving dented cans that I receive from all these companies. I always complain, and I always get replacements. I just want replacements, but in this case, when it's a replacement for cans that shockingly didn't open. I don't like flip-top cans, and I hate them. They don't open, and I knew there would be, never had that problem before. I got, even my salmon I get from Vitacost, they open fine, but I'm sitting around the phone talking to medical professionals sometimes, or talking to professionals, Vitacost, or whatever I'm talking to, and she's screaming for me from the other room. And I have to go out there and I have to apologize to the people on the phone, and sometimes they're nurses, they're medical people. I'm trying to make appointments or find out what's going on, and she just is clueless. And I told her over and over, you can't do that, you're driving me fucking insane. You've got to stop. And when I'm making your lunch or dinner or meals in the kitchen, I can't hear you. Your TV's running, your radio's running. You think I can hear you, and I can barely hear you when I'm right next to you. Yeah, I've been high and low, I've been sober, I've been faded, searching for my love in all the wrong places. Word up on the street is I got a bad reputation. Yeah, I may have drew blood, but that was true love. Get a stroke of bad luck everywhere I look. Every time I go right, everything goes wrong, and I self-destruct when I'm close to love. So someone save my soul, because all my life I've fucked up and I can't deny. I'm doing my best to get it together. Whoa, whoa, I told you once, I told you a million times. I just can't live like this forever, ever, ever. Whoa, whoa, I've been up and down. I've been through hell and back. I've had my share of drama, baby. Please cut me some slack. I know you want to get through to me, but I am my worst enemy. I may have drew blood, but that was true love. Get a stroke of bad luck everywhere I look. Every time I go right, everything goes wrong, and I self-destruct when I'm close to love. So better buckle down, giddy up, here we go, 'cause all my life I've fucked up and I can't deny. I'm doing my best to get it together. Whoa, whoa, I told you once, I told you a million times. I just can't live like this forever, ever, ever. Whoa, whoa. All my life I fucked up. Stepped on a nail, didn't wash my foot immediately. Stepped on a nail in my own kitchen because this place is a hazard and we need to get out of here. And I keep saying I'm going to call the realtor. I did contact the realtor, I just didn't call. Now I need to call. I talked to Joe for nearly 5 hours Saturday night for obvious reasons. Nearly 5 hours, but I cleaned my room. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I cleaned my room and cleaned other parts of the house while I was talking to Joe for nearly 5 hours. And it also kept me awake cleaning because sometimes I doze off. He mostly does all the talking. I mean, he does the majority, 99% of the talking, and I put in my 2 cents here and there, and that's about it, because he knows way more than I do about everything. I've been high and low, I've been sober, I've been faded, searching for my love in all the wrong